if you'd like, all of you could sit up for the mindful breathing. And then we will be laying back down again for the body scan, which is the next part of the mindfulness meditation. So let's, first of all, you could lay your lavender down next to you. And we'll take 3 big, deep cleansing breaths all together. And when we exhale, make the sound like this. Ah. And don't be embarrassed, just do it. It'll feel so much better after you go, ah, 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. And one more. Inhale. Ah. Beautiful. And now we're going to align our posture for just about 5 minutes of mindful breathing. So you can begin by either sitting cross-legged or you can have your legs in front of you, whatever it feels the most comfortable. And your hands can be either on your knees, on your thighs, in your lap, however you want to put them. Whatever feels good, because you don't want to have strain, but yet we want to be upright. The kind of a feeling like when someone is going to tell you something important. You know how you kind of sit up and listen? Like that. You're giving it your attention. Now feel your feet where they're touching the ground, the floor. Move up to your hips. It's settle in there, your hips. And then feel your shoulders and notice if perhaps they're up. If they are, just leave them like they are. And then just take a breath and let them float down. I noticed a big change. So an important element of mindfulness is not so much trying, and especially not trying to change things, but just noticing things as they are. And that means not judging it either, just what's going on, that's all. Now, bring your attention to your breathing. Yes, you've been breathing all day, but probably didn't even really notice it because it happens automatically. But now we're going to really focus on it. And again, not with the idea of changing our breath or counting it or making it shorter or longer, but just noticing exactly how it is. Letting your body take charge. When do you feel like breathing in? When do you feel like breathing out? And just notice that. Following behind it. And you may notice all kinds of things. You might notice the feeling in your nose or in your chest, or maybe your stomach starts to go with the breath. Whatever you notice, that's the only thing that you need to do. And in a moment, I'll just play for you a little bit while you're watching your breath and riding the waves of the breath. But you may also notice that thoughts come into your mind. What am I doing tomorrow? What did I forget today? Could be anything. But whatever it is, all you have to do is say to yourself this simple phrase, not now. It's like you're speaking to a child, not now, dear, instead of getting mad at them. And that's how it is with your mind. You don't get mad at it, you just say, not now, and come back to your breath. And now if your eyes are closed, gently open them. We're going to lie back and get very, very comfortable to move into the full body scan for relaxation. And you might want to place the bolster under your knees. Take another breath. Stretch out. And now what we'll do is gently bring your kind attention to each part of the body as I mention it. And just start with your feet. Kind of see your feet in your mind's eye, if you would. And now feel them. Feel your right foot, then your left foot. You may not feel much of anything in the beginning, but if you focus your kind attention down to your feet, you may start to notice feelings you didn't notice at first. Texture, temperature, touch. And now move up the same way into your calves, your shins. There again, you may not feel too much at first, but yet just keep directing your kindest attention and your care to your shins and your calves. And now come up to your knees and go around the knees with your attention, maybe like a figure 8, right and left. Kind and sweet, loving, caring, like you'd care for your kitty or your doggy or your baby or your loved one, giving them a little pat. Oh, it's all good. Now for you, sweetness over your legs now, up into your hips. Feel where the bottom of your spine touches the floor. Bring your attention around to your abdomen, and maybe there, let loose. Let loose and receive. Opening. And move up your chest into your heart space around your lungs and your ribs, and open there too. Feel gradually it's opening, like smoke drifting away. And now come up to your shoulders and just imagine you're down your right arm, all into your fingers. The energy flowing. And flow the energy down from your left shoulder, down your left arm, and down into your fingers too. The healing energy that exists within you, letting it flow. And now feel your neck, your throat, up into your head now, the back of your head. Where it touches the mat or the cushion, just noticing, nice and heavy. Not holding on. It's letting the floor just hold you up. And when you do that, you're going to feel that your cheeks are just coming down with gravity. Your eyes, everything just goes with the weight. Letting it go in its own natural way. and breathing. And so now I'm going to invite you to keep your body very, very still, heavy and relaxed. But at the same time, staying very awake on the inside. Because we're going to take a journey together in your imagination. This is going to be like a ceremony, a ritual that we do together. The ceremony of the 4 directions. This is a ceremony that has been used in ancient cultures and practices for millennia. So I would like for you to imagine in your mind a garden. Walk in the garden gate. This is the garden of your soul. And there are 4 paths that intersect like a cross in this garden. Can you picture that? Along the paths are beautiful plants, orange trees, blooming with the white orange flowers and the fruits. Geraniums, yellow, pink, and red. Flowers are blooming everywhere. As you walk along in nature, letting the healing power of nature restore you and reconnect you to all that is, to all that lives, in harmony with all of life. And now imagine that you've reached the center, the axis, where the 2 paths cross. Maybe there's a fountain there, however you want to imagine it. And now imagine that you're facing to the east, the place of the rising sun. It symbolizes the future, the dawn of a new day, and new beginnings, and a new awakening of aspects of yourself that might have been asleep for a long time. Embracing that light, that energy, and that warmth of the sun. A time to start afresh, the dawn of a new day. And now in your mind's eye, the sun is up, and you face to the south, the four directions, the place of the noonday sun, to the present, moving out into the world of activity, and all that is bright and new, and the blessing of the sun on all that you do. All the joys and the challenges of our busy lives, and meeting those challenges with mindfulness and gratitude. Stepping out into the bright sunlight, out into the world. And now, imagine you're facing the west, the place of the setting sun. Looking to the past and reflecting upon all that you have learned, accepting what was. It's gone now. And as you look back on your life's experiences and letting go of the old ways that are passing away, and release what you can. Knowing that tomorrow will bring new opportunities, and you can release more then if it feels right. That setting of the sun, it's so symbolic. We always want to see the sunset. It's a glorious time between the day and the night to celebrate and to be grateful again for the blessings of our lives. And now, as the sun has set, we complete the four directions by facing to the north, withdrawing from activity and quietly going within. And if you would like to imagine a star up above you, the glowing North Star, it can symbolize your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. It's always there shining above you, at night when you can see it and during the day when you can't. Looking into the night sky and the wonder of the infinity of it. It's too much for us to hold, but yet we gaze into the night sky. And know that that vast infinity out there is in us too. And now, our 4 directions ceremony is complete. And we'll start to very slowly and gently come back to awareness of this room and your place in it. Notice your breathing once again. And then bring your attention down to your toes again, wiggling your toes a little bit. Maybe stretching your feet slightly. And you can bend your knees a little, kind of get the legs moving. Wiggle your fingers. Rotate your wrists, stretch up. Take a nice big deep breath. We have another mindfulness fun thing to do. I'm going to ask you when you're ready to slowly sit up, and do you remember the little pink flower that you cut? When you sit up, find it and just gaze into it. If you need your candle to help you see better, you can use it if you like to. But when you gaze into this flower, really see it. Its color, its shape. How many petals does it have? Anything that you might notice, giving it your attention, the wonder and the freshness of just a little flower. Going to get some peppermint out. And I invite you to pick up your mint Really breathe that in and look at that beautiful little plant. You might even take a bite of it if you want to. The mint is so revitalizing. Some sage grew in my backyard and all the bees came. They all knew to come and start taking the nectar. It's just, nature is so amazing. So as you're taking in your mint, I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being here with me and allowing me this opportunity to share my gifts with you. And I always like to close with this little blessing from Kundalini Yoga. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Orange, that's right. Let's get our orange out. And I'll play something. You know what? You gave me a wonderful idea. Why don't I play Wopila again? The thank you song. Okay, I'm going to find it. Okay, I'm going to tell you. And I'll tell you the whole story. This was last summer. I did an internship with a Lakota medicine woman. And I had the unique opportunity of meeting her grandmother. Well, not in person because they live on the reservation in South Dakota, but she was 103 years old. So I had a video of her speaking, and it was a Mother's Day message. And what she was saying was to all of us, we are all women are the life bringers of the earth. In the Lakota belief that it's women have played such an important role as the life bringers. So I made, as my final project, and I didn't tell you about this, I made a video of her speaking these words and then me playing music after she was talking about her Lakota beliefs and her blessings. And this particular piece, she started just to spontaneously sing. This song is called Wopila, which means in Lakota, thank you. So I'd like to play that for you.